Over the next few years, heroin changed Kevin's whole life. It overtook him. It was his life.
With no control over his addiction and no job, Kev moved into a friend's flat and his drug use worsened. He would use anything he could get his hands on.
During the time Kevin was using, and particularly at his worst stages, it was a huge impact on me. He used to contact me all the time, pressurise me, ask me for money. He used to phone me, text me, come to where I worked, come to the house.
There was nothing more important than that to me, and like that gets you down, obviously, because I could still remember what it was like from years ago to be happy and to be kind of free to do what you wanted to do. And when I was an addict, I wasn't able to do that. You know, I couldn't think of going on holiday because I'd have to take like 2 weeks worth of smack with me, or I couldn't go out for a day without sorting my smack out, and you arrange to do things and then you haven't got gear so you can't do them, or that type of thing. And gradually you get more and more fed up with that, and I didn't see any way of being able to stop my addiction or what to do to get help. I'd gone to doctors and they give me little prescriptions of this and that, and none of it helped. So because I couldn't see a way out of addiction, I think looking back now I can realise that I just fed my addiction more. It was like, okay, then if I can't see a way out of it, I'll just do more and more of it and just, like, you know, self-destruct.
It just really wasn't worth living. It was just existing. My mind was in turmoil all the time. I don't think there was a waking moment that I wasn't thinking about him. And the thought of having a phone call, which we expected all the time. All the time we expected a knock on the door or a phone call to say your son's been found dead.
When I came to that point where I couldn't really cope anymore and I couldn't see a way out of it for myself, and it was just basically a never-ending nightmare of my addiction was just totally too much for me. And at that point I decided to try and kill myself, and I basically did somebody over for 100 quid and I bought £100 worth of smack and just injected it all in one go, and which was like 10 times more than I'd ever injected in one go. And I woke up about 6 hours later, nothing wrong with me, just totally devastated that I'd ripped somebody off for this money, and I wasn't dead. You know, I thought the end would justify the means of what I'd done, and I was totally, well, done in by the thing that I was still alive. How could I possibly wake up from that much gear? So with that, I decided to walk up to the Heath Hospital, not to go to the A&E or anything, but to kind of jump off the car park. And I was just in bits, really, and I didn't know what I was doing, and just wanted it all to end. I sat up on like the 5th or the 6th floor of this car park on the edge, on the ledge, and I couldn't chuck myself off it. You know, I found it quite easy just to stick a needle in my arm which had an overdose in it, because I was used to injecting. I'd never chucked myself off a building before. It was like a little bit too much for me. So I just thought, right, and I was going in and out of consciousness still. I would just drift off, obviously because of the overdose. So I was just thinking, well, the next time I go unconscious, I'll just fall off, you know, and it'll all be done. And I kept waking back up, sat on this ledge. And then by about 5 hours had gone by, I decided, right, you know, enough's enough. I just kind of got to get on with it, got to do something else, and got to think where I'm going from here.